doctors tell you is that when you're in a survival situation, don't drink the water unless you have a means to purify it, which means you either boil it, treat it with water purification tablets, add bleach to it, run it through a filter. But in actuality, if you're in a survival situation where you come across water and you have absolutely no way of purifying it, drink the damn water. The chances are that you're going to get rescued before you wind up getting Giardia or any other bacteria in your body that's going to cause you to start crapping out. Drink the water.
Alright, so PD30 by Phoenix. Some of the cool features is a very bright high beam. I mean, it's still pretty much daylight, and you can see how brilliant that is on my hand. And then it has a strobe feature, which is handy if you just need to attract attention to yourself, or even ward off maybe an attacker of some sort, kind of disorient someone. And then another feature is when you turn the head just a little bit to, as if you're unscrewing it, it goes down to a low beam, which I don't think you can even see on camera. But it has 3 settings of low beam, a little bit brighter still. And then what I really like about it for survival type situations is it has an SOS automatic flashing feature that will just keep going on its own pretty much all night long. So if you were ever in a situation where you needed to wait for a rescue and you had other things to do to keep yourself going through the night, keeping a fire going, keeping yourself warm, eating whatever, you can prop this up on a rock, shine it up on a hillside. If you see searchers, search and rescue looking for you, you can point it in their direction to kind of get their attention, and they'll know, they'll recognize what SOS is. Helicopter crews that fly at night for search and rescue pretty much all wear NVGs, night vision goggles, which would pick this up extremely quickly. You wouldn't even want to point it directly up in the sky because it would actually overpower the night vision. It would actually be bad for them. You'd just want to point it up at the at a hillside or on a tree, and this would make it a huge, gigantic beacon. So one of the reasons I carry this when I'm out in the bush, it's a little tiny flashlight, but it puts out a lot of light, and a lot of features that come in real handy. And it's LED, so it gets longer battery life than your usual incandescent. Phoenix makes several models that have a lot of the same features that this has. They even have a couple models that have other features in addition. Not every Phoenix has a SOS, but if you are someone who likes quality flashlights, I recommend Phoenix. It's become my favorite in the past couple of years. And then also Amber and I have a couple of new toys with us today. She's got, which one do you have? The Bushman. She has the regular Bushman by Cold Steel, and my recent acquisition is the Bushman Outdoorsman, or I'm sorry, the Cold Steel Outdoorsman Light. So far I think we're both pretty happy with these knives. We've been playing with them a little bit and we're amazed how sharp they are. Just great grips. Full tang, for those people who like to know about whether or not a knife has full tang.
I have no tang.
Hers says no tang, but the whole handle is one piece with the blade, so it's hollow. You can store fishing gear and whatnot inside of that.
You can put it on a stick.
Put it on a stick.
Spear. Harpoon.
So that's our new toys for right now. See you in a little while. Outdoorsman Light. I just did this on another tree branch, but this isn't like any kind of an extreme chopping test, but I just took a hack at one of these and I was amazed how clean the chop came, so I'm going to try it again here. This thing is just razor sharp. And I'm going to go 1, 2. Well, this one's more brittle, so it snapped, but I mean, it did a pretty clean little chop at first there.
Yeah. And what would you use something that you cut that small for? Would you want to skewer something that you were going to cook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Propping up maybe some sort of a snare trap, rigging things up in place.
Using it to hold the bait in a snare trap?
Holding the bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, skewering something small that I was going to try to cook over a fire.
Now, answer this question for me. When you took that Outdoorsman Light out of the box, what's one of the first things you did with it?
I checked the edge with just the way it feels to the edge of my thumb.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary how sharp it is.
Did you run it along your arm at any
I did
point?
A little shave. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bare spot.
There's a lot of sun right there.
That is a shaved spot.
Yeah, you can kind of see that because...
I think I did a couple more little spots where I shaved a little bit. That's the most extreme spot that I got shaved. I mean, I had a little.
Here, I'm gonna show my arm. My arm's a little bit hairier than yours. Go ahead and shave part of my arm, Matt.
Well, here, let me do mine. I feel better doing it on myself than.
See, that's how much I trust him, but he just doesn't trust himself.
I feel better.
Okay, so show me. This is straight out of the box. You haven't done anything
we still
to
haven't
it.
sharpened this. I've actually cut a couple things with it already too.
Straight out of the box.
So, find a spot. What I want to show you is not so much the spare spot on my arm, but when there's a tuft of hair stuck clinging to the edge of the blade.
So let me see the blade first. Let's make sure it's okay. Clean on that side. Clean on that side. Okay. No cutaway. This isn't like a Ginsu commercial.
One continuous shot. It'll be even more impressive if I don't shave my arm, but I just slice my arm right open.
Nice.
Whoa, it is short. Okay. Let's see if I can get like a little tuft of hair to kind of collect on the edge of the blade here. Very little pressure too. I was just. Okay, watch. Is that in the sun enough that you
you can kind of see it. You see that hair?
That was very lightly slid along the edge of my arm. I mean, if you're gonna do this, be very careful. Kind of know what you're doing with shaving already, but
yeah.
Now look at the big bare
spot. So now
spot
he's got a bare spot on his arm. Okay, so cold steel. Every cold steel we've gotten, except for the kukri machetes or the Bowie machetes, they've come to us razor sharp in the box. We haven't had to do anything to them. The reason the cold steel sends the kukri machetes and the Bowie machetes not as ready sharp, it's because it's a utility blade.
It's a hacking blade, not a razor edge.
So what do you think about this? In general, the sheath.
I like the sheath.
The overall knife so far.
The whole thing overall, I'm really happy with. The grip is a nice, solid grip. That surface is non-slip. My hands are a little bit sweaty, and I mean it really does. I feel like I got a good solid grip on it. I love that it's got this little back extra edge on it, like we were talking about, is good for striking a fire steel.
Or for scraping tinder.
Or for scraping timber. I mean, another way you can check this out is see how easily it scrapes filings from the thumbnail. But watch, it's just.
Yeah, I can see that. And tilt your thumbnail. Let me see. Yeah, mine, you can't see my thumbnail because it's too bright. But what Matt's showing is, like, if you notice, you've got your cutting blade, your cutting edge, and then you have the back edge.
Just took a curl off my thumbnail.
Yeah,
watch that. Watch that. Now watch.
Yeah, we don't need to take it down to the bed. But what you've got is you've got your cutting edge, and then on the back side you have this scraping edge that you can use to cut your kindling, to shave off some kindling for striking, and that saves this blade so that you don't have to overly use it. And then actually I've struck the Swedish fire steel with this and it works perfect. So overall, I think we like it a lot.
Very satisfied. The sheath is nice and comfortable. It's lightweight.
The blade is lightweight. It's
the
phenomenal.
The whole knife is lightweight. It goes into the sheath. It's the grip. I don't know if you can see this. The grip sinks. Let me watch.
Hey, poor Amber back there just baking in the sun.
It does have a little bit of loose.
Yeah, I had a little loose threads in my sheath when I got it, and I just burned them out with a pocket torch. But that's, manufacturing.
But so here's how it fits in the sheath. I mean, it's pretty secure in the sheath because as you put it in, that's where the grip, the hilt kind of meets the mouth, and then it sinks in that much farther, and it's nice and secure.
And mine's been on my leg all day, hasn't moved. Perfect. Let's carry on.
Yeah. All right, hey guys, what's up? It's Matt again, and we got some cool matches we wanted to show you that Chappie actually picked up in Oregon. He just showed it to me, and he's going to let me do the honors of demo. So this is what the box looks like, and what you get inside of this box is this bad boy right there. And it's just waterproof, stormproof matches, and it's pretty cool what it does. I'm going to go ahead and demo it for you. I'm actually going to use my Zippo lighter to light the match because the strikers that come on the box are not that great. It does come with spare strikers inside that are of better quality, but what we're going to do is we're going to try to save those for, if a real survival situation comes up, so that we're not wearing out the strikers. So here I go. I'm going to go ahead and show you how it's done. I'll light it here at the brown tip and let it burn down to the orange, and then I'm going to show you the really cool thing about this this match. So here we go. And notice it bubbling. Now watch this. Right back to fire. I don't know about you, but I think I'm going to be picking a few of these up for my kit.
What's the name of them?
Stormproof matches.
By UCO.